Namaste, yogis. So the theme of the month for April on the Digital Yoga Network is inversions, which have created a huge buzz and craze, especially on social media. You see a lot of really complicated inversions and lots of really cool variations, but you don't have to be a ninja yogi to receive the benefits of an inversion. So we are going to practice a more restorative inversion together, and we will send our legs up the wall. So we'll make a 90-degree angle with our body, torso lying on our mat and legs vertically up the wall. So you receive all of the benefits of an inversion this way, especially if you're in a more lunar practice. You need something more restorative. Ladies, if you're on your moon cycle, this can still be practiced. So we receive all the benefits of an inversion in a more restorative space. And legs up the wall is also really great if you're having trouble sleeping. You can do this for 10 or so minutes before you go to bed. So the option is just to lie on your mat, or you can use a blanket underneath of your hips, which can be really nice to give you some elevation. So blanket or mat, your choice. I'll lay the blanket down so that you can see. And then choosing, you can play with the varying heights of your blanket here. I just have mine folded up a couple of times. It's a little tricky to get into if it's your first time, but we scoot up toward the wall. Hips on the blanket if you're choosing that, or just on the earth. And we want our sit bones touching the wall. We start laying on our left side. And then send the right leg up the wall, followed by the left. If the hamstrings are tight, then scooting the hips away from the wall a little bit will relieve the intensity on the hamstrings. So we'll explore a few variations together. You can find a place for the arms that feels good for you, palms wide, one hand over the navel, one hand over the heart, or you can extend both arms overhead, maybe catching opposite elbows here. Start to feel deep, full breaths, traveling in and out through the nose. Inviting the back of the body to melt into the earth. The gaze can be straight up at the sky. Sometimes it feels nice here to simply close the eyes. And it's wonderful if you can spend several minutes in this shape. We'll move on to a second variation just for the sake of demonstration. So variation number 2, we open our legs to a nice wide V shape. Helps us get into the space of the inner thighs, the hips, deeper into the hamstrings. We just invite the weight of gravity to soften the legs. So you might find that as you're here for several minutes, the feet begin to drop even deeper toward the earth. space, inviting the legs to relax. Letting go of tension. And on every exhale, finding a place where you can soften. Spending several moments here. And then we will move on to a third variation. So to come out, place the hands on the outsides of the legs. You can find a soft bend in the knees. And then draw the legs back together. Third variation, we explore Baddha Konasana with the legs. So soles of the feet together and the knees open wide, drawing the heels in toward your seat. Finding a place for the arms that feels good for you. Again, allowing gravity to draw the legs deeper into the shape. Again, you can enjoy several minutes here. As you are ready, hands behind the knees to draw the legs together. We'll enjoy a final variation. This will be similar to a happy baby shape, if you're familiar. The feet will be hip width apart. And then slide the feet down by the hips. So the feet are pressing into the wall. You might find that you can walk the feet a little closer in. Enjoying several moments in this variation. So I'm resisting the urge to let my knees drop out too wide. I'm gently hugging them toward the midline. Pressing into the big toe mound of my feet. Keep the knees hugging in. As you are ready, extending the legs. You might then pause here for several more breaths. When you're ready to exit, bend the knees and roll onto your right side. Give yourself a few breaths to pause here. Using the left hand, we gently come up to a comfortable seat. You can place your hips on the blanket if you're using it. So if by chance you are pregnant and practicing legs up the wall, then you would roll onto your left side, just as a side note. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. So I hope this practice has helped you to see that you can receive the benefits of an inversion and practice inverting without having to kick up into a handstand or headstand or do anything really over the top. And I hope that this helped to give you a few variations to explore and enjoy. Thank you so much. See you soon.